You ever have one of those days? Just one of those days where every single piece of technology you own decides to take a shit on you at one time. One time. You ever have that? Because that's the day I'm having right now. Oh, God. What's up, Jaco? Good to see you, brother. There you come. Everybody's coming back in. It's awesome to see you guys. We were attempting to do a live YouTube, and all hell broke loose. And yeah, no, you don't have one of those days, Keith. Okay, well, hey, I want to be you and not me today. I'm glad this happened now and not at the live launch tonight. If this is a precursor to what's going to happen tonight, God help me. I think God knows what I'll do. But anyway, great to have you guys in chat. I'm fixing to bring in, I'm going to bring in Matt, and we're going to get this thing started. And I sincerely apologize to Matt. Let's see, yep, there we go. Okay. Oh, God. Matt, send me a request because apparently I don't know what's going on. I updated this thing. Yeah. Uh-oh, right. Oh my God. This is horrible. It's comical, actually. Yeah. This, oh my God, dude. Let's see. Okay, it's saying that you'll need the latest version, Matt. If you're watching, go ahead and update your Instagram. What's up, Cat? It's been a train wreck, but hey, we're still here. YouTube, yeah, won't let me send a request. Yeah, it's saying you need to update, Matt. When I tried to send you the request, it's saying you need to update. So update to the latest version. Go to Google Play, type in Instagram, and it'll tell you to update. Go ahead and update. Let's try that, and hopefully we'll get this thing rocking. But yeah, anyway, won't let me. Okay. It's great to see all you guys. I hadn't done a live in a while. Did a little vacation around the holidays. Then it was back to work. If most of you guys know me anyway, you know I work offshore, and I'm gone for 21 days at a time on the water. So there's that, and that takes. It's tough living your life 3 weeks at a time, you know, and between family and hobbies and all that, you have to make time for everything else where you can, you know. And we've been trying to get this book together, and so anyway, we'll be going live with that tonight. Doing not on YouTube, thank God, because that was a train wreck. But we'll be going live right here on Instagram tonight at 7 p.m. Central. Somewhere between 7 and 8, I'll go ahead and kick the launch the Kickstarter. We'll get that started. Let's see, Keith, you want to jump in, buddy, or Dan? Either one of you guys want to jump in here while Matt's clearing up, updating his Instagram and all that. So it's just not my ugly mug in here, so we can entertain these fine people. And let's see. Let me do this. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Yeah.
What
There
are you doing?
You tell me, and we'll both.
I'm sitting here cracking up.
Oh God, I was having a nervous fucking breakdown. Is what I was doing.
I was working on a conspiracy theory about your internet connection.
Yeah. What you got? What did you come up with?
Something between gremlins and government.
Yeah, the gremlins and the government. I have to get me.
Who is this? Oh, there he is.
We got Dan in here.
There you go.
So what do you think,
I
Dan?
think we need some younger people in here because we're all like ruining our connections.
Oh, y'all are coming through great for me.
So he's got a conspiracy theory. He thinks it's gremlins or the government against me right now.
I'm going gremlins because, I mean, come on, dude. You know,
Oh,
I mean, come on. Yeah, no. I'm hip. How you doing, Keith?
I'm doing great, Dan. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks. I'm doing better than Jerry. I'll put it like that.
Oh,
Jerry's getting punched in the internet face right now. So
getting punched in the internet nuts right.
Well, I'll tell you what, dude. This is a good thing, okay?
Yeah.
Because if you're
Get it out of the way
now before the launch tonight. See? Yeah.
You have 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours to call Spectrum.
See, that's it. I'm not with Spectrum, man. I'm with Xfinity. Supposed to be one of the best in the world.
That's what they all say. That's what they all say.
Yeah. That's what they all say, no doubt.
I'm on Google Fiber, dude. It's pretty amazing, I gotta say. Yeah.
The fiber. The fiber.
Yeah. The fiber.
You're doing the fibers.
What's up, Lou? How are you? My friend here in Austin, Lou Pond's an amazing artist. If y'all don't follow her, go follow her. She just popped in the room. So what's up, Lou?
I'll give you a follow. I'm scared to do anything other than talk to the phone right now because everything I touch turns to shit today. So it's working. I'm not touching anything.
Is Matt's in the room? Can he not make it in?
I
got a little sidetracked for a second on your son, so I missed the shenanigans, I suppose. I hate the word shenanigans.
Hold on, let me get this together here, and let's try this again. I think we're on to something this time. Oh my God, will it happen? Oh my God, there he is.
Wow. All right.
Oh, man.
There he is.
You want to blame the ocean?
Hey, Matt.
I'm not blaming the ocean. We've come to the determination as gremlins.
Wait a second. How come your connection's getting worse as soon as Matt gets in the room?
Maybe it's a UK conspiracy. Maybe
Oh, man.
Yeah, Keith said it's either the government or gremlins. So I'm leaning towards gremlins.
I'm going with gremlins. Since Matt's in, I'll duck out so y'all can do your thing. But this is awesome. Y'all have a great talk, okay?
Appreciate it.
Let's hear about end of days.
Ballad of the Damned.
Ballad of the Damned. How do I get out of here?
Oh, you trying to bail out on us?
Yeah, it's you guys.
You don't want the gremlins?
No. I don't know how to leave.
I don't,
there we go.
There we go.
Man, that was fun.
It was interesting, to say the least, man. It's good to finally be able to talk to you and not look like an old version of Super Mario Bros.
Man, we've got the joys of technology, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, should we start again? How are you doing?
Doing good, man. How have you been doing?
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, we hadn't had time to just sit down and talk like this in a minute with all the holidays. And I mean, we've been texting, but how have you been doing?
Yeah, good, man. Just busy. I think I said earlier, it's just the years, even this year's flown.
It
Last
really
year, even quicker. But yeah, really good. Really good. So, yeah, no complaints. Family's good. Everyone's, yeah, in a good place. You guys good?
Oh, yeah, doing awesome, man. That grandbaby, she's keeping me on my toes, dude. She turned 2 back in September. And last night, I was sitting on the couch, and she wanted me to get down on the floor with her. And I was like, Pop, knees hurt, baby. And she's like, Pop, Gumpy Bear, which is Grumpy Bear. But anyway, she keeps me on my toes, man. She's making me something again, single-handedly.
I mean, it still amazes me you have a 2-year-old grandchild, to be honest. But...
Me too. Yeah. You're looking at Gumpy Bear, right?
I've not got grandchildren. I'm getting there as well, so don't worry.
It's like I told you last night when we were chatting. You blink, man, and it happens. I mean, seriously, I do. Some days I feel like I should be tying my son's shoelaces, getting him ready for school, and he should still be knee-high to a grasshopper, and my little girl should still be in pigtails, but they're grown, and it's crazy how time gets away from you.
No, definitely, man. I said to you last night, so get teenager this year, which is going to be interesting. So
yeah, I'll pray for you, bro. I'll pray for you.
Teenage girl.
Because my daughter, she was Daddy's little girl till about 14, and then Daddy was the devil and was out to get her. And
2 more years, then. 2 more years.
They come back around, though. They really do. They come back around.
Oh man, good.
It takes a little time.
No, but other than that, good. But yeah, no, it's great to, like I said before, as we were in 8-bit, great to catch up and super excited for this. Properly excited. It's been loads of fun.
I am beyond stoked. These guys are not privy to what I've been getting to see. The work you've been cranking out on this thing has just been mind blowing, Matt. Dude, you took this material to a whole nother level.
Man, it's been fun, honestly. So one, I really appreciate it, but like we chatted about before, I think the way the stories come together has made it really fun, kind of fresh to do. But it's the first time I've done a full book all the way through with colours as well. So that's been it's as you're witnessing, it's taken some time, but it's been
completely understandable.
Yeah, it's been really just fun exploring it. I think kind of for me, kind of drawing, knowing your colouring, I think kind of makes you draw in a different way. I don't know if you find that. I think kind of when you're drawing with someone else colouring, you kind of, I think you go deep on blacks. You kind of play around a bit more. When you know you're colouring it gives you a little bit more freedom. So that's been fun as well.
Exactly. Yeah. And man, your lines were already bold, but it seemed like from what I've been seeing, just like you were talking about, you even grown in more confidence with your blacks, and it shows in every panel. It's just amazing.
Oh, cheers, man. But that's been, like I say, it's been fun just playing with it. And I think what's nice as well is the way you pace the story. It's kind of, some of it's at night, some of it's during the day, some of it's back in biblical times. It's kind of it gives the chance to play around with
all over the place.
Yeah, it's super fun. Honestly, it's been really, really fun. So, what are we 2/3? Nearly over 2/3 of the way through, aren't we? So we're pretty close to being.
Yeah, we're
being
getting
done.
close, man. We're getting close.
So just need to get my ass in gear and get it finished for you. No pressure.
No.
Launching it was a good idea because launching it means I have to finish it soon. So that's the tactic. No, man, like I say, it's been loads of fun. So really, really fun, and obviously you're the only one that's seen it, so kind of getting your feedback's been really, really nice. But it's just pushing myself, trying to make every page better than last. So that's what we go.
Well, it definitely shows in the work, man. It definitely shows. It's every panel it takes it to a whole nother level. I mean, seriously. Back to what we were trying to do earlier on YouTube. So what kind of drew you in on this project? I know I had briefly mentioned it, wanting to go back and do this, and what really kind of pulled you in and wanted to be a part of this like this?
A few bits, to be honest. I mean, I just come off kind of finishing off Hindsight with Ken, which was great, but that was kind of 4 or 5 issues, which was pretty intense.
Right.
So I wanted to do a project that was like a one shot was perfect, because also a bit like you kind of when it's a hobby, doing kind of something that's ongoing is super tough to keep the schedule, kind of everything else going on. So it kind of gives a bit more freedom in terms of kind of why this in particular. And we've done a few bits together anyway with the cover. Other bits, I love what you've been doing with it. I kind of love where you've placed the story, super unique. I think that's why you've had it picked up a few times. It's CBR, wasn't it? I think you were on. It's one of the indie series. So I think that kind of shows the world you've created. It's kind of really rich, kind of interesting to explore. And also, I mentioned it before we kind of cut out, it's in my wheelhouse quite well in terms of where it's placed. And I think pretty much every series I've done has had some kind of Victorian element to it, whether it's the Sherlock Holmes Hindsight, as I mentioned. So I kind of love drawing that era. So that was kind of a comfortable thing with it as well. Honestly, mate, and also it's just kind of doing something with you. It's been super fun doing stuff. I think doing things across the community is interesting. Getting to play kind of in someone else's universe. It's really, I think the last few I've done, you kind of create your own characters. It's been really fun taking yours and trying to kind of make them your own a little bit. So keeping true to what you've done, but kind of doing it with your own style's been really fun as well. Now just starting the pages with Gabriel, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, I can't wait to see that one.
It'll be good, mate. I just need to get a few more. It's going to take a few pages for him to come. So
flesh out.
A bit of patience.
I got. No, I'm not rushing. Dude. I'm not rushing. I'm loving everything you're doing on this thing, man. It's looking gorgeous.
Fun. How's it been for you? Because obviously it's the first time you've written and not drawn it. Has it been a bit weird?
It's really weird. It really is. I was sitting on this story, and me and my daughter were talking about it, and she was like, "Well," she said, "You're ready. You can handle this." And I'm like, "No." She's like, "Oh yeah, you can do this one on your own." And she's been kind of overseeing me, if
anything you
for lack of a better word, and giving me some friendly advice. But yeah, she having her like it and kind of praise it is meant the world to me, because I know what she's capable of when she really puts her heart and soul into it. And I'm not just saying that because that's my kid. She's a brilliant writer. I am waiting on the day for her to pump out a novel.
Yeah.
It's going to blow everybody's socks off because she's just incredible.
That's great. Just thinking Keith's asking what's it about. Do you want to give a bit of a background on the story?
Yeah. So anybody that's followed the End of Days saga, when we jumped into the first chapter, you noticed that there was already a sense of history between Gabriel and Inspector Jonathan. Help me out. Today has been a day, but anyway, Jonathan McCoy, Inspector McCoy. So what we're doing, we're going back and we're diving into the events, the tragic events that brought these two together for the very first time, and you get to see what happened that brought these two together years before the actual End of Days saga, and you get to see all the history that you missed. And not only that, but this story in particular, the reason I wanted to do this one right now, because it's going to play into what's coming in the very next chapter of the End of Days, the regular series, chapter 4. It's going to bridge directly into chapter 4. Chapter 4 will almost be a direct sequel to this prequel. So it's going to be fun, guys. Just buckle up. You're going to love it. It's going to be one hell of a ride.
Honestly, great. I didn't realise it was that tightly linked to issue 4.
Oh yeah,
that's a bit. You started on that yet? Off topic slightly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna have to send you some stuff.
Yeah, I definitely want to see it. You'll be blowing my stuff out of the water as well, which will be.
Oh,
actually, don't send it.
No.
Don't want it.
Dude, I can't touch your stuff. Let's see what we got in chat here. I'm way behind in the chat. Okay. J Code, entertain us. Oh wow. So anyway, there was something else I was going to ask too. I've got loads of questions. Okay, so first page comes through, which we share the document. When you jumped into this thing, what was kind of your first perception just diving into page 1? What were your feelings?
So page 1, I always find page 1 interesting anyway in the script, because you feel like you kind of have to go big, or at least you kind of feel that's the first page you do. So kind of go with that. Well, I loved anyway generally, because page 1, I mean, people have seen, if they've been on your or my Instagram, would have seen page 1 anyway. What I loved about it was how quickly you got into the story. I think we set the scene, which is fun, because I weirdly love doing cityscapes and backgrounds until you're drawing the 2000th window. So it's fun to doing that scene setting was really cool. And I think that first page especially, because you have that image of the girl kind of, or the guy appearing behind the girl, was just fun to explore it. But no, I really liked it. I mean, we went through a couple of iterations, I think, with it just to kind of get it right. But overall, I think what I loved about it is it sets the tone for the story really well, I think, for you. And it's what I like about the first couple of pages that draw you in. I think the first 2 to 3 pages I think once you read that, you want to read the rest.
Right.
It kind of pulls you in pretty quickly. But no, just kind of really, the first thing generally, kind of any page is just trying to figure out where the beats are, kind of how to work your way through it. Particularly with page 1, you want something that kind of grabs people in. I think, kind of, like I say, the way you wrote it and that last panel, I think especially, is the one that kind of think will probably pull people in.
Oh yeah, what you did with it, I mean, it's like I told you, it's like you were in my head. It's literally, I was picturing what you put down on the paper. I mean, it couldn't have been more perfect.
That's good. It's always good to hear that. I mean, nice to hear that. I was thinking, actually, I'll tell you what would be really interesting at some point to do. Get a group of collectors and have everyone do the same page. It always interests me.
Let's see how it goes. Yeah.
It always interests me how kind of you read and you see it sometimes. People have done it in the past, but how you perceive a script and how you beat a story differently. Because I'm sure if you drew those pages, I mean, they'd be close, but they'd definitely be different in terms of the way you approached it. So I always find that super interesting, just how kind of people approach the page in different ways. But yeah, it's great.
Right.
I'm just really happy for you. Obviously, my role with this is to hopefully give you something that you kind of, you've been picturing. So it's, yeah, really good to hear you say that.
Well, dude, you like I've told you, you've exceeded all my expectations, and I mean, just boom, just you took what I was thinking and just elevated all of it. I mean, it's just been amazing. Every panel, I'm like on pins and needles. I'm like a kid on Christmas morning waiting to open that thing up and see what you've done with the next page. Seriously.
Oh, man, that's nice. I just need to apologise it takes so long to come through.
No.
Okay, quick.
Hey, that's part of it, man. We've got lives. We've got jobs. We've got children. Hey, it is what it is. We'll get this thing done when we get it done.
It'll be out soon, so we'll get through the next few quickly.
Yeah.
Need to. But no, all good. I'm seeing a couple of the questions, I think, for you in the chat.
Let's see. Draw, repent. Okay, what's up, creative? Well, word shenanigans. Okay. Well, I'm way behind. Let's see. I'm trying to, let's see, tribute to Judge's Page. If someone is just catching up, would it be better for them to read this prequel? And then, no, you don't have to. Tim, you won't be lost at all if you go ahead and jump into End of Days. You don't have to read this first. Don't take my word for it. Just, Matt, what do you think? Do you have to?
Yeah, no, not at all. I think the way you've read it, so you can easily read the first three and do this. I think if you get, because obviously with the Kickstarter, you'll be able to get all four.
Yeah,
but
yeah, we'll do a catch bundle.
Yeah, but I don't think it would matter if you read the prequel first or whether you read the other three.
No,
I think if the prequel leads into issue 4, like you said, it probably makes sense to read 1, 2, 3, then prequel to set yourself up for the fourth one.
Right. Yeah.
But no, it's all flows beautifully.
Let's see. I volunteer as tribute to Judge's Page. I bet you do. Oh, let's see. Let's go, Jerry. What's up, Jack? I'm just lurking in the background. Good to have you in here, Kenny. Kenny, hey, y'all be sure and check out Kenny's Kickstarter right now. It's going on live. Apex, Cybernetic, Samurai Owl, Lunar Eclipse, Volume 2. And that's a mouthful. That is a mouthful, but it's an incredible book. Kenny, he'll have a catch-up thing on his too, where you can go back. He's got 3 other books that come out before this latest arc of stories, so be sure and check him out. Everybody that's in chat, go follow him. I've got a lot of SSB brothers in here. That's Savage Sandbox. That's the group I'm a part of. Follow them. They all have incredible books as well. Be sure and follow them. Check their stuff out too. So, back to what we were talking about. So anyway, let's see. Was there anything what I loved? You've stayed true to the script, but you've made subtle changes here and there that actually I didn't picture it that way, but when I actually seen it, it worked better. So kind of walk me through some of that.
So I think it's I tend to do it. I've done it in the past as well, and it either goes one or two ways. It works, or people aren't overly happy. But generally, I think the way it's interesting for you to kind of talk about the way you approach the page as well in a minute. But I think when I tend to do it, I'll beat the story in my head a little bit. So it's almost like kind of, I guess, not that I've ever done it, but kind of editing a film. Or kind of, I mean,
right.
Keith does a lot of storyboarding, so I guess it's a similar kind of approach. So I'm trying to kind of look at the page and figure out, right, if I was filming this, or kind of if it was part of the film script, how would I move through? I think an example would probably be on the second page, which I think you had as a total splash.
Yeah.
Then I added in.
I love what you
did with that. But I think with that, I was to try and figure out how you kind of get a bit more intensity around what's happening. There's a few I'll do it just from a storytelling point of view, where I feel kind of like maybe kind of doing that would help just move the story a little bit, or kind of make it a bit clearer. So I guess the objective really from a storytelling point of view is, in theory, if there wasn't any words, can you tell what's going on, or kind of get the emotion of the page? So it's mainly doing that, to be honest with you. It's kind of not, I never approach it as a way to kind of change the overall script. It's just figuring out if there's maybe a way just to add a couple of panels or move things around slightly, just to make it kind of move a little bit easier through that scene. But I think it's the fun part of it as well. I think the way you've written it as well, Jerry, left it quite loose. So I know you had the direction, but it kind of gave a little bit of space to play with it. But how do you do, kind of what should you approach it similarly when you're, I know a lot of what you've done, you've written, but do you have a similar approach when you're doing that?
Yeah. As I've been writing, we've talked about this before. I'm a visual guy. You know, I play it out just like you were talking about. I play it out like I'm the director, you know, and I'm visualizing what I want to see, and then basically just putting words to it. I've never actually solo written a book, especially a comic book. So the only way I knew to go about that was script form, And I'm so glad that's worked for you, because that's that's the only way I know how to do it, and make it work and play out what's going on in my head.
Yeah, that's good. I think I said to you before, it's the way that certainly Ken, that I've done a lot of the stuff with, works that way. I think for me, I quite like that script approach. I know they say kind of the more the Marvel method bit, which is here's words, kind of go and figure it out yourself. But I quite like the direction piece around it, like you do, because it kind of gives a bit more structure. And obviously, you can play within the structure, but it helps, I think, me just to visualize, right, actually, this is supposed to be 4 panels or 5 panels.
Right.
Okay, what do I think? And I kind of generally, I'll approach it in terms of looking at each one and figuring out, right, how could that panel look? How could that panel look? And then I'll start figuring out how I want to place them on the page.
Exactly.
So go that route a little bit, and then trying to figure out how you can make the page maybe a little bit more interesting by playing with the panel placement or kind of breaking borders, etc. But to me, I think that's probably the most fun part, is doing that almost. That's when I love when you send the pages through. It kind of gives you the chance just to sit there and start to play around with actually what could this page look like.
Right.
And then you have the reality of trying desperately to bring it to life, which is a whole other thing.
Yeah. And
it's great.
I hope I hadn't bogged you down with this thing, because I tried to write it in a roundabout way where I would like to sit down and draw this thing. I've done it to kind of challenge you at the same time with perspectives and different things, and kind of change it up a little bit too, so you're just not all in the same place, and to keep it fresh. That's what I really try to do with this thing.
No, you can definitely feel that, and it's great. I think from an artist's point of view, that's what makes it fun. They kind of playing around with that, and even I think we talked a little bit kind of online about it with the kind of moving timelines, being able to play around with the sepia tones like we did for some of the panels and stuff. That kind of
love that. Yeah,
it's just fun to do something different. It allows you to do that because you're moving spaces. It's more difficult if you're set in the same place for kind of 28 pages. It's tough.
Yeah.
Even being able to play around the lighting and kind of, okay, maybe you light something's warmer and something's cooler, just due to time of day and stuff. All that's what makes it fun. So it's definitely been a good part of it.
You talking about that brings up something. The attention to detail that Matt, this guy right here, that has brought to the thing. We talked about this at the very beginning of it. He sent me a page. I think you were 2 pages in, and you said, "No, let me play around with the outside borders with the black and the white." And I thought that was, when you did that, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is going to be mind blowing." He's paying that much detail to what he's got going on with this book. I can't wait to see what else he brings to the table. And I mean, you guys will see it soon enough. But chef's kiss. That's
the best compliment
it's
I've ever
incredible.
had, so I'll take that. It's been fun with it. I think the good thing as well, like, because we're in the environment we are, where we're doing it together, it's done fun. And having the time to play around with it, it's good. But it's been fun to experiment with stuff with this as well, because it is, like I said, it's the first time kind of fully colouring something, which means I've tried new things. Some things have worked, some things haven't, which you haven't seen. But yeah, it's good. I mean, even with that, the kind of going full black with the white borders in the night scenes. I think the reason that I end up doing that was because I think it was page 3, where you've got the image of McCoy walking down, trying to uplight him from above. I couldn't really do that without having a black background. Actually, that worked well, so let's put it on everything else. But it also, I think, breaks up the story a bit, kind of moving from black background at night to white background during the day. Again, exactly. I think just to move the story around a little bit. So it's just been really fun playing with it, to be honest, mate. It really has.
And it really pulls the reader. It hasn't yet because you guys haven't read it, but it will pull you in visually. that just that subtle little change, it just draws you into the page. Swapping from night to day, just that little hint of the extra detail is just amazing.
Yeah. And we got a question for you, I think, there.
Yeah, we got another question. Don't want to give spoilers, but just a question for Jerry. How did you first get the idea of animal guiding the Ripper mythos with the other tradition you used? Man, oh, that's Amen, isn't it? Yep, Amen. It's like this, brother. Oh, I've talked about this before on some of my lives, and I can't think of the movie right now, but when I was a kid, I watched this movie. It was about time travel, and it had Jack the Ripper, Time After Time. That's the name of the movie. If you hadn't seen it, check it out. It changed my life. But anyway, I seen that movie, and the beginning of this story just started to click in my head. And I guess several years ago, I already had the character. I know that I wanted to do something with Gabriel the Archangel. I don't know why. I've just always felt a connection to Gabriel, and I've always held the Time After Time movie in my head, and I started to play with this idea. You know, angels are omnipresent, they're omnipotent, they're everlasting, and I was like, okay, what if I did a guardian angel story? We have this war basically going on between vampires, demons, and angels decide to get involved. You know, in the first book, Gabriel, he's watching humanity as he's done for thousands of years. They've always been watching from the outside, not interfering unless it was absolutely necessary. And the Ripper murders were never solved. And I was like, okay, there's a hole I can play with there. And, you know, From Hell, that movie From Hell, and the book From Hell, the comic, it kind of touched on that. You know, it kind of scratched the surface. But I looked into that and I was like, wait, there's so much more you can do with this. And it all just started clicking. I was like, okay, we bring in the guardian angel. We've got demons. We've got vampires. They're trying to do this thing where they're trying to bring about the end of the world because they hate humans. The demons are jealous of humans. They got kicked out of heaven because they were jealous because man loved more than the angels. So they tried to rebel against God and they got kicked out of heaven. So they're pissed. So of course they want to end humanity. They want to end everything. Okay, you got vampires, which in these books are basically just damned souls, you know, and they're caught all up in the middle of this. And Matt knows. He knows where it all started. You guys will find out, but I'm not going to give that away where the vampires come from. You're going to have to get the book to find that out. But they play a big, huge role in this going forward in the End of Days saga. But I hope that answers your question. And as usual, when I end a book, it leaves you with questions. So you got to jump into the book, follow the saga. I know, Eamon, I know you've got chapters 1 through 3, and I'm telling you, dude, this book right here that we're fixing to kick off, something totally different, but the same, if that makes any sense. Totally different story. It brings it all together. It's you don't have to read one versus the other for any of it to make sense, but they are going to be, it's like a tapestry we're putting together here. And I mean, it's just seamless. And this book will jump, like I said, it's almost going to be a direct sequel. Chapter 4 will be almost a direct sequel to this book. So, but you don't have to read this book to be able to enjoy chapter 4. But it's going to add so much more to it if you do. But anyway.
You can tell you're slightly passionate about it, which is great.
Oh yeah, I love it. Okay. Any more questions? My chat's a little behind. I think we're coming up.
Yeah.
If anybody else has it, oh, yes, you do. But I do what, Keith? Gremlins again? Oh, that reminds me. Keith Mirage, Skylights, coming soon. Oh my God, I can't wait for you guys to see this. It's going to be the whole collected story. He'll be bringing it to Kickstarter soon. You guys, if you're not following Keith, follow Keith. He's got some just tremendous work.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Cool. So do you want to talk the Kickstarter?
Yeah. So, okay, tonight, 7 p.m. Central, right here, not on YouTube. We're going to be launching live. Okay, some of the tiers we're going to have. We're going to have, of course, the main cover, which was done by this incredible man right here, the Magnificent. Cover B, it's a virgin cover. Little old me done that one. Then cover C, I did I don't know if you guys can see this or not. That was the last Norman Rockwell homage that I did for the last chapter. If you follow my page, I did another one because I love doing these things. That'll be cover C. Matt, right here, he's going to be offering a commission tier on here. Traditional work or digital, A4 size and pinup. Those will be available. Once you sign up for this thing, if you get this tier, I've got an email. You can talk directly with Matt. Y'all can work out whether it's traditional, digital, color, not color, pencil, however you guys want to do it. This guy, he's an incredible artist, and he can draw anything. So be sure and pick up get that tier. We'll be doing add-ons. You can get the main book, then you can jump into add-ons. If you want to get the commission tier, you can add that to the book. We've got the catch-up bundle where you can pick up the whole saga. We're 3 chapters in now besides this one. So it'll be 4 books total. We've got a digital package. We'll have the digital catch-up. If you want to go that route, you can get all 4 books on digital, or you can get the single book on digital. There's something for everybody's price range here. So just jump in. You can't see the tiers yet, but I would link the Kickstarter link in here. I would pin it in the chat if I knew how. we see how well I do with technology. But anyway, you can go in my bio right now. That link will take you directly to Kickstarter. You can go ahead and sign up now. And please do that. I mean, please do that. I can't stress that enough. Kickstarter has an algorithm too. And we know how shitty algorithms are. Numbers do matter, unfortunately. I'm just glad any of you guys care anything about what I'm trying to do here, because this book would not exist without all you guys. And I couldn't be more thankful for that. You've made old man feel like a little boy again. You've made my dreams come true. We're 3 chapters in. We're doing a prequel, 4th book. It's just, that's because you guys. That's because of each and every one of you, and I can't thank you enough for that. That means the world to me. I want each and every one of you to know that. But anyway, y'all about to get me teared up. Try not to get emotional. Anyway, but yeah, jump in there in my bio. Follow the link. I think I've got one in my stories as well. You can follow the link in there. Just go on. It'll give you the option to follow the campaign. And when the campaign goes live, if you're already following, it'll let you know. And then hey, you jump on and you can go through all these tiers that we've got and we'll or rewards, whatever you want to call it. Same thing. But we've got something for everybody. I'm sure you'll be able to find something. Oh, one more thing. Just jog my memory. For the first 24 hours, you guys that backed on the last campaign can attest to this. I had an early bird special. We're doing the same thing again for a special price. As a thank you to all the folks that have followed us this whole long roller coaster ride. Got a t-shirt, campaign t-shirt with one of the covers on it. We've got this guy's magnificent cover. You got my cover B. We've also got a print done a while back by this guy right here of Lucifer from End of Days. Yes, the devil. So anyway, I love what you bring to my characters. I can't say enough about it, dude. That picture is amazing. I love it. I've been sitting on it, just waiting to get it out there. And I was like, oh yeah, we're doing it in this early bird. We're getting it out.
That's brilliant. So I'm just reading the chat to make me laugh. So they're asking if your tiers are included in the top tier, Jerry.
Hey, for the right price, who knows? It's like a girl that sold her bath water. Oh, God.
We'll bottle it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, it's good. Just to step all the way back, what I do have to say, I messaged you on it last night. That cover C you've done, the Rockwell one, by far one of my favourite things you've ever done. Absolutely amazing.
That means a lot,
so, as much as I would love people to get my cover, honestly, don't worry with mine. Get that one. That's by far the best cover out of the three.
No.
So, no, honestly, mate, beautiful work.
Thank you. I appreciate that, brother. I do. D's in here. D's been kind of hiding from everybody for a little while. It's great to have him in chat. Awesome to have you in here, dude. Hey, hit us with a question, dude. That does look good, too. What looks good, Keith? My tears? You almost seen them if my damn internet would have been working the way it should have been. We found D. Yep. There he is. It's great to have you back, D. Great to have you in the chat. We hadn't got to talk in a while. D, awesome creator in his own right.
Yeah.
Any more questions for any of us? Anybody? Don't sit on it. Now's the time. You got both of us right here.
I've got a question for you.
Okay.
So issue 4? When do you think
issue 4?
When do you think chapter 4 is going to be good to go?
Directly after this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. What I did, of course, I give us a little time, a little leeway on this thing. So I've got it down for June, getting this fulfilled. And I plan on, as soon as we get all these books fulfilled, right into chapter 4.
Brilliant.
So you're not
got some more questions.
The only one with their feet to the fire. I got to get my shit.
You've said it now as well. Put it out there.
Yeah.
Cool. I think you got some questions now.
Oh, let's see. Let's see. Did you ever hit a point where someone draws something based on a script that makes you want to change the script due to the art? You take this one, Matt. I've helped write just about all of my stuff, so I can't
don't think I've
attest to that.
I guess I can go the other way. So not so much with this one, but when I've worked with writers in the past, I've seen them either play with the script slightly, or at least move the pacing of the words around a bit. So I kind of a bit like we've talked about a little bit earlier. Kind of if as an artist you add in maybe a panel here just to help with the storytelling, you'll see them maybe split the wording up a little bit differently, or move it. I've not experienced someone completely changing the script. Probably just moving it around a little bit, giving it a little bit more flexibility. There's been occasions where I've had conversations about kind of moving things from 1 to 2 pages, or kind of looking at bigger splashes and stuff to make more of an impact. that's probably the most conversation I've had. I think not that I've worked with kind of many, because I've done most of the stuff with Ken. But I think from what I gathered speaking to other people, it depends quite heavily on the writer. Some people are happy for a bit of flexibility. Some people really aren't. I think that's probably more from an artistic point of view, kind of just tying in with what makes them feel comfortable.
Gotcha. Keith said, how many pages? We're going 28 with this one, Keith. And this man right here is almost knocked out a good majority of that.
Yeah.
We're 18 pages completely finished. He's working. He's already said he's not letting me see it yet, but he's already working on 19 and 20 from the sound of it.
Yeah.
And but yeah, he talks like he's slow, but he's not really that slow. So don't let him fool you. He's doing a magnificent job.
Should be quicker, but
no,
we'll get there.
Mungie, well, Dan kicked out on us, and we missed him. But great to have you in here, Dan. We'll see you tonight. Let's see here. Good luck, Jerry. There's the other Jerry from Pyramid Comics, Pyramid Graphic Novels, excuse me. Check Jerry out. He's got some amazing books too. He's already did his first Kickstarter. It'll be fulfilling any minute. Fantastic stuff. Check out Pyramid Graphic Novels. Nick's in here. I'm going live at 7 Central, Nick. So be sure. That's Nick. He's Savage Sandbox. Be sure and check out his stuff too. BMR Comics right there. You guys, he's got Winnie the Pooh, Demon Hunter. He was his last one. He's got Volume 2 coming out. Nick, forgive me if I'm wrong on this. The 20th of this month. Is that right? The 20th? You're launching Volume 2 on Kickstarter? I don't know if he's still in here or not. Keith says mini-series or one shot? One shot. One shot, one kill, buddy. Short, sweet, and to the point.
All good. I mean, just going back to Jared Pyramid. You talk about details. I don't think there's anyone better in terms of getting the details out. His work is unbelievable.
Yes.
I'll talk about me taking some time. I don't know how he pumps that stuff out. Beautiful. It
would take me a year or two.
I think it's the patience as well. I mean, I'm relatively patient. But I don't know. Well, yeah. Amazing.
Okay. The 20th. Nick said, yeah, the 20th. So the 20th on Kickstarter, page is already up. You can follow it right now. I'll be out tonight, so I'll miss the live. Hey, I know you'll be there in spirit, bro. Appreciate the heads up. What we got here? Let's see. I feel like it would be fun to write an abstract script, like basic story, but intentionally leaving gaps for an artist. I like and see where they went with it, then fill the gaps, and then art round 2. Okay, yeah, kind of a what if type deal. What was the book? You remember the books where you could pick your ending, or you could pick the way where the story went?
They still do it with they still do it with. It's funny, they do it with kids' TV still. So my daughter's
really?
Yeah. Now, I mean, God love technology now. You can actually do it with. So there's various programs that they watch where literally you decide what happens next in the story.
Oh wow!
And it'll push
That's
you left
insane.
and right. So there's a series called Carmen Sandiego on Netflix.
Yeah.
So which actually,
it's
beautifully. So one of their episodes is that. So literally, you kind of decide: does she do this? Does she do that? Yeah, no, I remember the other ones as well. Yeah, I remember the kind of do you do this? Do you do that? Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That would be tough to do with a comic book, though.
Yeah, I mean, artistically, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of work. You're talking like doubling your page, basically.
Yeah.
Pick your own adventure. That's it, Jacob.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think it's like we've got all the questions.
Good, man.
What was that? What let me think. How do I want to word this? There was something that, and I'm trying to get my head wrapped around. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. You ever feel like you have a mini stroke sometimes? Your brain
Hey,
just
mate,
gets
honestly,
up.
as soon as I hit 40, my body's collapsed.
Dude, you don't look 40. I've told you that time and time again. I'd say early 30s at the most. I look my age.
It's the moisturizer.
You're going to have to tell me, when we get off here, you're going to have to tell me what moisturizer you're using.
I told you before, man, we work the industry I work in, we make it. So there you go.
Yeah. Let's see. Hey, can you do me a favor and leave some aesthetics for the rest of us? I absolutely adore your work. Okay. Yeah, that's Ben Rennie talking about Keith Morange. Yep. Anyway, anything you want to drop?
No, good. Just to say again, super excited. As you said, kind of tier wise, so there'll be some opportunities in there for either kind of traditional commissions, or I think the other one will be around either if anyone wants to cover doing for their own project or pin up, get an opportunity to do that. But yeah, just super excited. Like you said, thanking everyone for like turning up tonight, for just generally for supporting it. So we do this for fun. I mean, it's not done to by any means to make money. It's kind of doing it because of the love of doing it. But the fact people turn up and want to read it, that's what makes it pretty special. It's the reason for doing it.
Oh yeah. And hey, this guy, he mentioned hindsight. You guys need to check this book out. You can go, it's on heavymetal.com or shopheavymetal.com.
So it's on Virus. Yeah, I think it's come off Virus now, but I think you can get it digitally still. So try Comixology / Amazon. Everything's Amazon now. So get that route. Hopefully at some point they'll drop the graphic novel. I think Heavy Metal have been going through some significant changes in their upper management recently.
Right.
So we'll wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, it was good. Fun book. So enjoyed doing that. Again, playing around with styles. So Ken that I do it with is fantastic. So he's a great writer. So we'll probably end up having done this, doing something else short with him at some point again. But
right.
Yeah, good fun, but won't be. Yeah, I think it's the last time I take on a series. I have to be honest. That killed me.
Hey, do you want to mention what we talked about before? What you kind of got up your sleeve, or no? You want to leave them in the dark on that?
Yeah, we'll see. So we did originally. Yeah, we're looking at doing a separate Kickstarter around kind of doing a series of books. So we paused it a little bit just because of time. So we'll see. We may pick that up. I think it's more likely, being honest, we'll do a few shorts again, just to give flexibility, because again, like you said earlier, it's just the challenge that I think we all have is just committing to stuff with everything else that's going on. So I think kind of doing smaller projects, things like this, or doing, we did some 8 pages, is quite fun because you can kind of do those relatively quickly. But yeah, at some point I'm going to get back to that. So we had some cool ideas. In fact, to be fair, Ken wrote the entire first issue, so it's there waiting to go. Just kind of get the time to get back into it, but it will happen at some point. But I think we went for like mini books, so it's something like 40 plus pages. So I just need to dedicate a couple of years to it.
No kidding. Yeah, that's a chunk, man. Wow.
Yeah. At some point we'll get there. I mean, the script's great. He's a fantastic writer, great guy. So we will get back to it. It's just trying to figure out the time to do it justice.
I mean,
we'll get there.
You have to dedicate a good portion of your life to something like that.
Yeah.
40-something pages. Wow.
Yeah. At some point it will happen. So once the world calms down.
Well, hey, dude, I know this guy right here. He's halfway around the world. He's over in the UK. It's getting late where he's at. I can't thank you enough for coming on with me today. Apologize. A million apologies.
We got that, man.
We got
those 2 40-year-olds trying.
I told you we were going to get there. I held out faith. thanks to Dan for suggesting this. It never crossed my mind. I was like, I'm hard headed. I'm like, damn it, I'm gonna make YouTube work. But you got to realize when it's time to throw in the towel, and it was definitely time to throw in the towel. But Matt, I appreciate you coming on here and talking with us, man. And I can't say enough how much I appreciate you jumping on this project with me, and how proud I am to have you be a part of it.
Absolutely, completely the same. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been brilliant working with you. So thank you for putting it all together. Doing this, just good luck with the launch, because it's going to be about 2 a.m. my time. So
Hey, I'll give you an update when you get up, buddy. Or you can jump on there and we'll check it out. But hey, thanks again. I'm gonna let you get off of here. I'm gonna get off of here. Remember, everybody, 7 p.m. Central tonight. Come right back here. We're doing the live launch. Gonna have a lot of guests. This man's gonna be in the bed because, like I said, he's halfway around the world. He just told you it'll be like 2 a.m. in the morning. But anyway, you'll be with us in spirit, brother. They'll be able to open this thing up and see all the awesome greatness and get to see exactly why I call you the Magnificent. So
that's got on my business card, I'll tell you.
But hey, great to have you on.
You too, man. It's been a pleasure.
Awesome as always. We're gonna jump off. Take care, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Have a great one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Take care. Chat soon. Bye. Yeah.